or enjoyment. Party state, a state in which power is held by a single political party. Party states, plural of party state. Party store, a liquor store, especially one that also serves a convenience store. Party stores, plural of party store. Party sub, a very long submarine sandwich typically served at parties and other catered events, where either the guest or the host slices the sandwich into pieces fit for one person's appetite. Party subs, plural of party sub. Party tape, synonym of mixtape, non-commercial compilation of songs on tape. Party tapes, plural of party tape. Party time, a time for entertainment or enjoying oneself. Party to, privy to, having knowledge of. Party to the action, an individual or entity directly involved in a lawsuit or legal proceeding. Party tray, such a tray with prepared appetizers arranged on it. Party trays, plural of party tray. Party trick, a trick that could be performed at a party for entertainment. Party trick, plural of party trick. Party to party. Party van, an FBI or other law enforcement van, especially if carrying agents coming to arrest someone for cybercrime. Party vans, plural of party van. Party verdict, a joint verdict. Party verdicts, plural of party verdict. Party wall, a commonly shared wall dividing two properties within a row house or terrace. Party walls, plural of party wall. Party whip, within a legislative body, a member appointed by a political party and given the authority to ensure that all members of that party participate in voting and vote strictly as directed by the party in all votes where adherence to a party line is required. Party whips, plural of party whip. Party wipe, an instance of a party of player characters being wiped out. Party wipes, plural of party wipe. Party woman, a woman who enjoys partying. Party women, plural of party woman. Party animal, alternative spelling of party animal. Party animals, plural of party animal. Party coded, that is multicolored or variegated, resembling a Mali or patchwork pattern. Party colored, colored with different tints, variegated. Party crasher, alternative form of party crasher. Plural of party crasher. Party crashing, the act or practice of attending a social event or party without being invited. Party crashings, plural of party crashing. Party cut, synonym of tavern cut style of pizza. Party down, of an event or atmosphere, characterized by lively celebration or festivity. Party goer, one who attends a specific party. Party goers, plural of party goer. Party, engaging, lively, enthusiastic, fun-loving. Party hardies, plural of party hardy. Party hearty, one who parties heavily. Party membership card, alternative form of party membership card. Party membership cards, plural of party membership card. Party on, exercising freedom of having fun. Party pooper, alternative spelling of party pooper. Party poopers, plural of party pooper. Party something that dampens fun. Party size, of food items relatively small, so as to serve as a snack at social gatherings. Party-spirited, exhibiting party spirit. Partarchies, plural of partiarchy. Partarchy, partocracy. Partiboat, alternative form of party boat. Partiboats, plural of partiboat. Partiboy, alternative form of party boy. Partiboys, plural of partyboy. Partydom, the world of parties. Partying, revelry. Partire, alternative spelling of partier. Partiers, plural of partire, people who like to party or attend a party. Partiful, as much as makes up a party. Partifuls, plural of partiful. Partygate, the controversy surrounding members of the government holding parties in 2020 and 2021 during COVID-19 lockdowns, when gatherings were banned. Party girl, alternative form of party girl. Party girls, plural of party girl. Party goer, someone who attends a party or parties. Party goers, plural of party goer. Partygoing, going to parties, particular describing someone who does so frequently. Party, present participle, and gerund of party. Party down, present participle and gerund of party down. Partying hardy, present participle and gerund of party hardy. Partying hardy, present participle and gerund of party hardy. Partying like it's 1999, present participle and gerund of party like it's 1999. Partying on, present participle and gerund of party on. Parties, plural of partying. Party, resembling a party. Partism, devotion to a party or faction. Partisms, plural of partyism. Partis, one who is devoted to a party or faction. Partists, plural of partyists. Parties, to adapt to the norms or values of a political party. Parties, simple past and past participle of partyize. Partizes, third person singular simple present indicative of partyize. Partizing, present participle and gerund of partyize. Particle, a surname. Particus, plural of partica. Partyless, without political parties. Partylessness, absence of political parties. Party-like, resembling or characteristic of a party. Partisan, a partisan, a member of a political party or faction. Party master, the organizer of a party social gathering. Party masters, plural of party master. Party mate, one who is in the same party. Party mister, one who hosts parties. Party misters, plural of party mister. Partman, plural of partiman. Partiness, quality of belonging to or ideology of a party. Partyocracies, plural of partyocracy. Partyocracy, alternative form of partocracy. Partyocratic, alternative form of partocratic. Party-place, the venue where a demo-party is held. Party-places, plural of party place. Party room, a room where a party is held. Party rooms, plural of party room. Partyware, disposable plates, cups, etc. intended for children's parties. Partywares, plural of partyware. Partywear, clothing to be worn at parties. Party wine, throughout a political party. Hard side, an isometric hexahedral mineral containing antimony, copper, hydrogen, and oxygen. Partsign, a fragment of an enzyme. Partsigns, plural of partsign. Paradun Nord, a barangay of a peri, Cagayan, Philippines. Paradun Sur, a barangay of a peri, Cagayan, Philippines. Parula, any of the New World warblers of the genus Parula. Parulas, plural of Parula.
Invincible.
Parulid, any member of the Parulidae. Parulides, plural of Parulides. Parulids, plural of Parulid. Parulides, synonym of gumboil. Parumbilical, near or connected to the navel, predominantly referring to small veins which, in human beings, connect the portal vein with the epigastric veins in the front wall of the abdomen. Harapu, a dish of boiled lentils, dal. Harir, a set of jewelry to be worn together. Parirs, plural of parir. Pararesis, the inability to urinate in the presence of others. Pararetic, having or relating to pararesis, unable to urinate in the presence of others. Pararetics, plural of pararetic. Paruria, any disorder relating to urination. Paruria, a figure of speech by which the present tense is used instead of the past or the future, as in the animated narration of past events or the prediction of future ones. Paraphyses, the body of rock that makes up a part of a magnifices. Parvalbumin, a small albumin protein of the nervous system that binds calcium. Parvalbuminergic, produced or activated by parvalbumin. Parvalbumins, plural of parvalbumin. Parvanimides, plural of parvanimity. Parvanimity, the state or quality of having a little or noble mind, pettiness, meanness. Parvanov, a surname from Bulgarian. Parvekworm, an antimalarial drug. Parvati, misspelling of Parvati. Parvati, misspelling of Parvati. Parvati, a Hindu goddess, the goddess of love, devotion, and power, nominally the second consort of Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction and rejuvenation. Parvclass, a taxonomic category below infraclass and above order. Parvclass, plural of parvclass. Parv, alternative spelling of pair. Parvi, a female given name. Parvines, plural of parvine. Parvenu, a person who has risen, climbed up, or has been promoted to a higher social class, especially through acquisition of wealth, privileges, or political authority, but has not gained social acceptance by those within that new class. Parvanutum, the realm or sphere of Parvanus. Parvanu, female equivalent of Parvanu. Parvanus, Plural of parvenu. Parvenus. A female parvenu. A parvenu. Parvenuses. Plural of parvenus. Parvenusm. The practices or characteristics of a social climber. Parvenus. Plural of parvenu. Parves. Alternative form of parvus. Parvicapsulid. Any myxosporian of the family Parvicapsulidae. Parvicapsulids. Plural of parvicapsulid. Parviceliola. Composed of small cells. Parvicursorian. Any dinosaur of the subfamily Parvicursoridae. Parvicursorians. Plural of Parvicursorian. Parviflorus. Having small flowers. Parvifolius. Having small leaves. Parvin. A surname. Parvins. Plural of parvin. Parviplian. Relating to ichthyosaurs of the clade Parviplia. Parviplians. Plural of Parviplian. Parvebotan. Of limited power. Parvus. An enclosed courtyard in front of a building, especially a cathedral. Parviscient. Of limited knowledge, ignorant. Parvise. Alternative spelling of parvis. Parvises. Plural of parvis. Parvitude. Simones. Parvati. Simones. Parvo. The parvovirus. Parvo. Dimar. Parvosal. Synonym of parvocellular cell. Parvocellular. Having small-bodied, punctate neuronal cells. Parvocellular cell. A neuron located within the parvocellular layers of the lateral geniculate nucleus of the thalamus. Parvo. Alternative form of parvo. Parvos. Plural of parvo. Parvulin. Alternative form of parvoline. Parvoline. A base of the pyridine group found in coal tar. Parvolines. Plural of parvoline. Parv order. A specific taxonomic category above superfamily and below infraorder.
Here we go.
Part orders. Plural of parv order. Parvoviral. Relating to parvoviruses. Parvovirosis. Any disease caused by a parvovirus. Parvovirotherapy. A form of virotherapy using parvoviruses. Parvovirus. Any single-stranded DNA virus of the genus Parvovirus, being the smallest found in nature. They infect only mammals other than humans. Parvoviruses. Plural of parvovirus. Parvalvenchi. A monoclinic prismatic straw yellow mineral containing hydrogen, magnesium, manganese, oxygen, and silicon. Parvule. A small pill or pellet, a granule. Parvules. Plural of parvule. Parvulin. A small enzyme that catalyzes the cis-strands isomerization of proline peptide bonds. Parvulins. Plural of parvulin. Parwan. A province of Afghanistan. Parwana. Alternative form of Parwana. Parwana. Alternative form of Parwana. Parwanas. Plural of Parwana. Parwanas. Plural of Parwana. Parolite. A monoclinic demotic yellow-brown mineral containing antimony, arsenic, calcium, magnesium, manganese, oxygen, and silicon. Harwich, a village and civil parish in Derbyshire Dales District, Derbyshire, England. OS Grid Ref SK 1854. Harem, an isolated Indo-Aryan language spoken in Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. Correlation, synonym of poly-ADP ribosylation. Correlations, plural of correlation. Correlly, a polymer of p-xylene. Correlines, plural of correlene. Correllinization, treatment of a surface with correlene. Correllinizations, plural of correllinization. Parapoplasm, a peripheral ribosome-free region of a planktomycete cell. Paraphoplasmic, relating to paraphoplasm. Paraphoplasms, plural of paraphoplasm. How's it out? A surname. How's owls? Plural of parasitale. Paranesis, plural of paranesis. Paranesis. Alternative spelling of paranesis. Paranetic, obsolete form of paranetic. Paranetical, obsolete form of paranetical. Parestheses, plural of paresthesis. Paresthesia, obsolete form of paresthesia. Paresthesis, obsolete form of paresthesis. Paresthesia, plural of paresthesia. Paresthetic, obsolete form of paresthetic. Ferocious, obsolete form of ferocious. How we help? Verb out. Paromeographer, a writer of proverbs. Paromeographers, plural of paromeographer. Paromeography, alternative form of paromeography. Thus, initialism of parental alienation syndrome. Up. Plural of pa. Thus, plural of pa. Pass to jack, a sideways jump with both feet brought as high as possible, knees apart, while in the air. Pass to chats, plural of pass to chat. Pass to do, a dance performed by two dancers. Pass to quater, a dance performed by four dancers. Passe de trois, a dance performed by three dancers. Passe de van, not appropriate in the presence of children or current company. Passe de vant, less in vans, not in front of the children. Passe seul, a solo dance. Passe seuls, plural of passe seul. Passe Yisrael, grain products that were baked or otherwise prepared with the participation of an Orthodox Jew. Passe de Calais, a department of Haute France in northern France bordering the Strait of Dover. Passe de Dieu, alternative form of passe de Dieu. Passa, abbreviation of polyaspartic acid. Paacao, a municipality of Camarines Sur, Philippines. Pasachaf, a surname. Pasadena, a place in the United States. Pasadenan, from Pasadena. Pasadenans, plural of Pasadenan. Pasagian, a member of a religious sect that appeared in Lombardy in the late 12th or early 13th century and considered Christ the highest created being and a demiurge by whom all other creatures were brought into being. Passagians, plural of passagian. Passagini, the passagians. Paysalubon, a gift brought back by a traveler for somebody at home. Paysalubons, plural of Paysalubon. Hazam, the gem spot. Hazan, a mild curry made with cream, coconut milk, and almonds. Hasandas, plural of Pasanda. Hatan, an abstract strategy board game from Brunei, in which two players compete to capture black and white tokens. Hasangrahan, a rest house in Indonesia. Hasangrahans, plural of Pasangrahan. Hasan, plural of Pasan. Hasakwena, a town in La Union Department, El Salvador. Hasar Malam, a night market. Hasar Malams, plural of Pasar Malam. Pasargadi, an ancient city of Persia, a capital of the Achaemenid Empire. Pasatiempo, a census-designated place in Santa Cruz County, California, United States. Pasay, a city in Metro Manila, Philippines. PAC, acronym of Public Administration Select Committee. Pascagoula, a city, the county seat of Jackson County, Mississippi, United States. Pascal, a male given name from Latin used in medieval England, today occasionally borrowed from French. Pascal case, synonym of upper camel case. Pascal string, a string whose length is stored as a separate value. Pascal strings, plural of Pascal string. Pascal's barrel, a hydrostatic experiment in which a long vertical tube is inserted into an otherwise sealed barrel filled with water. Pouring water into the tube leads to an increase in hydrostatic pressure and causes the barrel to burst. Pascal's gamble, Pascal's wager. Pascal's law, the law that states that a confined fluid transmits externally applied pressure uniformly. In all directions, the basis of hydraulics. Pascal's mugging, a thought experiment demonstrating a problem in expected utility maximization. A rational agent should choose actions whose outcomes, when weighed by their probability, have higher utility. But some very unlikely outcomes may have very great utilities, and these utilities can grow faster than the probability diminishes. Hence, the agent should focus more on vastly improbable cases with implausibly high rewards. This leads first to counterintuitive choices, and then to incoherence as the utility of every choice becomes unbounded. Pascal's triangle, a geometric representation of the binomial coefficients in a triangle, each entry being the sum of the two entries above. Pascal's triangles, plural of Pascal's triangle. Pascal's wager, an argument for theism and specifically Christianity, according to the writer maintaining that belief in the divine ensures happiness in this life and offers the possibility of eternal happiness should God or divine beings exist, whereas atheism, even if it brings happiness in this life, offers no hope of eternal happiness and carries the risk of eternal damnation. Pascal case, alternative spelling of Pascal case. Pascalian, of or pertaining to Blaise Pascal 1623-1662, influential French mathematician and philosopher. Pascalians, plural of Pascalian, Pascal line, any of the early calculating machines devised by Blaise Pascal. Pascal lines, plural of Pascal line. Pascalization, a method of preserving and sterilizing food through the use of high pressure. Pascalize, preserved by means of pascalization. Pascal, a surname. Pascals, plural of Pascal. Patgani, a city Aziketi, Armenia. Pasquero, a surname from Italian. Passover. Hash egg, synonym of Easter egg. Hash eggs, plural of hash egg. Hash of the cross, Good Friday. Hash's axiom, a statement in plane geometry used implicitly by Euclid, which cannot be derived from Euclid's postulates. It states that if a line not passing through any vertex of a triangle meets one side of the triangle, then it meets another side. Hash's theorem, a result in plane geometry which cannot be derived from Euclid's postulates. It states that given points A, B, C, and D on a line, if it is known that the points are ordered as A, B, C, and B, C, D, then it is also true that A, B, D. At Passover biblical, Israelite, Jewish, or Christian Passover. This term also includes Cordot Siman Passover, observed on Nisan 14, especially by Christians in Asia Minor. Pascha egg, synonym of Easter egg. Pascha eggs, plural of pascha egg. Paschal, of or pertaining to Easter. Paschal basket, synonym of Easter basket. Paschal baskets, plural of paschal basket. Paschal candle, a large symbolic white candle used at Easter. Paschal candles, plural of paschal candle. Paschal flower, pesk flower. Paschal flowers, plural of paschal flower. Paschal lamb, the lamb eaten at Passover. Paschal lamb, alternative form of paschal lamb. Paschal lambs, plural of paschal lamb. Paschal lambs, plural of paschal lamb. Paschal moon, synonym of Easter moon. Paschal pardon, the ancient custom of releasing prisoners in Jerusalem at Passover, described in the Bible but otherwise unknown. Paschal pardons, plural of paschal pardon. Paschal term, the 14th day of the first lunar month of spring, formerly used in calculating dates. Paschal triduum, a period of 3 days that begins with a liturgy on the evening of Maundy, Thursday. Paschal troparium, plural of paschal troparion. Paschal troparion, in the Eastern Orthodox Church, a traditional hymn sung at Easter Pascha. Paschalis, a surname. Paschal, a surname. Paschals, plural of paschal. Paschaltide, Eastertide. Paschaltime, Eastertime. Paschas, plural of Pascha. Paschen series, one of the hydrogen spectral series lying in the infrared band. Paschen's law, an equation giving the breakdown voltage between two electrodes in a gas as a function of pressure and gap length. Paschen-Back effect, a form of the Zeeman effect that affects the spectral lines obtained when a light source is placed in a very strong magnetic field. Paschen-Back effects, plural of Paschen-Back effect. Paschim-Banga, West Bengal, a state of India. A surname from German. That, plural of Pasch. Thus, plural of Pash. Pasichnia, plural of Pasichnian. Pasichnel, relating to Pasichnia. Pasichnian, a trace fossil of a distinctive kind indicating an animal grazing. Pasco, a surname. Pasco County, one of 67 counties in Florida, United States. County seat, Dade City. Pasco, a village and census-designated place in Burrillville, Rhode Island, United States. Pasco, a surname. Pascos, plural of Pasco. Pasquet, a monoclinic prismatic mineral containing calcium, hydrogen, oxygen, and vanadium. Pascola, a masked dancer and storyteller in some Native American cultures. Pascolas, plural of Pascola. Pascolian, relating to or characteristic of Giovanni Pascoli. Pascolism, a poem or other literary work in the style of Giovanni Pascoli. Pascolisms, plural of Pascolism. Pascolizumab, a humanized monoclonal antibody designed to treat asthma. Pascos, plural of Pasco. Pasturage, the grazing or pasturing of cattle or a fee paid for this. Pascual, a surname from Spanish. Pascual-Castro-Viejo syndrome type 1, a rare autosomal recessive condition characterized by facial dysmorphism, cognitive impairment, and skeletal anomalies. Pascuals, plural of Pascual. Pascuan, Rapa Nui language. Pascuanese, Rapa Nui the language. Pascuant, depicted grazing. Pascucci, a surname. Pascuchis, plural of Pascucci. Pascuants, the native people of Easter Island. Pascuzzi, a surname from Italian. Pascuzzis, plural of Pascuzzi. Pasdaran, a revolutionary guard member of the Army of the Guardians of the Islamic Revolution. Pasdarans, plural of Pasdaran. Pasdan, a baron gay of Atok, Bengt, Philippines. Thus, a maneuver in bullfighting in which a bullfighter tries to get a bull's attention by manipulating his cape. Pasello, the parade before the start of a bullfight when all the bullfighters enter the arena. Pasellos, plural of Pasillo. Paisak, a surname from Polish. Pesaks, plural of Pasek. Pesel, an extra or unexpected gift or benefit, such as that given to a customer when they purchase something else. Pesalas, plural of Pesala. Pesang, a Bezor goat capra egregris. Pacings, plural of pacing. Pasel, a public path or avenue designed for walking, sometimes for dining or recreation. Paseos, plural of paseo. Isis, plural of pace. As initialism of pneumatic anti-shock garment, inflatable trousers that apply pressure to the inferior half of a patient's body to decrease blood loss and prevent the onset of shock, similar to a tourniquet. Hasbati, spaghetti. Hadgattis, plural of pasgatti. Pass, plural of pass. Hat, initialism of personnel armor system for ground troops. Hat, plural of pass. Passbard, alternative form of passbard. L-shaped elbow armor. Pass guards, plural of pass guard. Left, to snog, to make out, to kiss. Flash rash, a facial rash resulting from kissing a person with a beard or stubble. That's a high rank in the Ottoman political and military system typically granted to governors, generals, dignitaries, and others. Pashadam, the role or status of a pasha. Pashadams, plural of pashadam. Pashin, a surname from Armenian. Pashayans, plural of Pashain. Bialik, alternative spelling of Pashalik. Bialix, plural of Pashala. Pashalik, the jurisdiction or the territory of a pasha. Pasha-like, resembling or characteristic of a pasha. Pa'alek, plural of Pashalik. Pashalak, alternative spelling of Pashalik. Pa'alux, plural of Pashalak. Pashas, plural of Pasha. Pashep, the role or status of a pasha. Pashep, plural of Pashaship. That's a rare spelling of Pasha. Pashas, plural of Pasha. Pash. A surname from Armenian. Pashayan syndrome, a rare syndrome characterized by facial abnormalities including a mask-like appearance and a bulky, flattened nose and malformation of extremities. Pashayans, plural of Pashayan. Fasai, a group of Dardic languages spoken in Afghanistan and Pakistan. Feshti, a surname. Bashiko, a soft, dark cake made of baked kamas and raka the lichen alectoria jubata va fremantiae, now brayoria fremantiae. Pas, simple past, and past participle of pash. Pashakwa, alternative form of pashiko. Pashikwa, alternative form of pashiko. Vasher, one who pashes snog, kisses. Vashers, plural of pasher. Pasas, plural of pash. Thashing, present participle and gerund of pash. Pashinyan, a surname from Armenian. Pashyuba, alternative form of Paxiuba. Pashyubas, plural of Pashyuba. Pashgavel, a poster put up in an Orthodox Jewish community, especially a Haredi enclave, to advise on correct behavior. Pashgavilim, plural of Pashgavel. Pashkovism, a Russian religious movement founded in the 19th century by Vasily Alexandrovich Pashkov. Pashkovis, a member of the Pashkovism religious movement. Pashkovists, plural of Pashkovists. Pashkovite, synonym of Pashkovist. Pashkovites, plural of Pashkovite. Peshse, a surname. That's all. The raw unspun wool of the Kashmir goat. Deshmak, a type of Persian candy floss / cotton candy made from sesame oil and sugar. Peshven, a surname. Peshven, plural of Pashman. Peshvina, a cashmere. A goat native to Kashmir. Peshminas, plural of Pashmina. Thasums, plural of Passion. Thasons, the 9th month of the Coptic calendar, lying between 9 May and 7 June in the Gregorian calendar. Hashta, a cantillation mark found in Hebrew religious texts. Hashtas, plural of Pashta. Pashto, the native Indo-Iranian language of the Pashtun people, an official language of Afghanistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Pakistan. Pashtun, alternative form of Pashtun. Pashtuns, plural of Pashtun. Pashto, alternative spelling of Pashto. Pashtun, of or relating to the Pashtuns, a segmental lineage ethnic group currently numbering some 50 million people, which is the largest ethnic group in Afghanistan and the second largest in Pakistan, or to their culture. Pashtunism. Pashtun nationalism. Pashtunis, of, pertaining to, evincing, or advocating Pashtun nationalism. Pashtunistan, the geographic region historically inhabited by the indigenous Pashtun people of modern-day Afghanistan and Pakistan. Pashtunis, plural of Pashtunis. Pashtuns, plural of Pashtun. Pashtunwali, the tribal code of conduct followed by the Pashtun people. Pacifica, Pacific Islander. Pacificus, plural of Pacifica. A river in Luzon, Philippines. Pasigraphic, of or relating to pasigraphy. Pasigraphical, of or relating to pasigraphy. Pasigraphies, plural of pasigraphy. Pasigraphy, a writing system where concepts are written instead of words. The system is not phonetic and uses ideograms, such as mathematical symbols. It is intended to be universally understood. Pasagan, a barangay of Siguijir, Philippines. Pasol, a municipality of Kalinga, Philippines. Pasela, a district of Helsinki, Uusimaa, Finland. Pasilalia, a form of pasigraphy in which the written signs represent phonemes. Pasilalis, plural of paseli. Paselali, a universal language. Pasela, a variety of chili and dried chilaca used especially in sauces. Paselas, plural of pasela. Paselo, a South American genre of music with some of the features of European classical dance. Pasimology, the use of gestures as a means of communication. Hasanese, the drug 4-amino-2-hydroxybenzoic acid pyridine 4-carbohydraside used to treat TB and leprosy. Hazarakan, a barangay of Bacara, Ilocos Norte, Philippines. Peza, a surname. Pagans, plural of Pasian. Passi, the daughter of Helios and the sister of Circe. She was raised as a princess at Colchis and then given in marriage to King Minos of Crete. With Minos, she was the mother of Ariadne, Androgeus, Glaucus, Deucalion, Phaedra, and Catreus. She was also the mother of the Minotaur. Pasiphae, one of the moons of Jupiter. Pasiphae, alternative form of Pasiphae. Pasiphae, of or relating to the queen Pasiphae or Pasiphae in Greek mythology. Pasiphae, any shrimp in the family Pasiphae. Pasiphaes, plural of Pasiphae. Passer mass, a town and district in Kelantan, Malaysia. Pasir Ris, a town in the eastern part of Singapore. Pasirati, an orphan drug used to treat Cushing's disease. Pasilian, of or relating to Pasitals Greek, pi alpha sigma iota tau epsilon lambda sigma, a Neotic sculptor in ancient Rome. Pasithea, one of the Chairites. She is the wife of Hypnos. Pasithy, alternative form of Pasithea. Pasitrut, a horse gait similar to an amble. Pasitruts, plural of pasitrut. Pasivirus, any virus of the genus Pasivirus. Pasiviruses, plural of Pasivirus. Hata, a traditional Ukrainian egg bread, often decorated, used in Easter tradition. Pastas, plural of Pascha. A surname. Paskin, to rule, to side, opine. Pascanta, a census-designated place in Tehama County, California, United States. Pasks, plural of Pask. Pasket, a surname originating as a patronymic. Paskets, plural of Pasket. Pat, a traditional Eastern Orthodox Easter dessert made from curd. Paskas, plural of Pascha. Paskiniak, a nasty or contemptible person. Paskiniaks, plural of Paskiniak. Pasly, a surname. Pasleys, plural of Pasly. Pasly disease, a rare genetic disorder of the immune system characterized by recurrent pneumopulmonary infections that can lead to progressive airway damage. Hela, a folk illness in Filipino culture believed to be brought on by exposure to cold or to water. Pasmore, the surname. Pasimo, a barangay of Bacara, Ilocos Norte, Philippines. Paso, a Paso Fino horse. Paso Doble, a fast Spanish ballroom dance in double time. Paso Doubles, plural of Paso Double. Paso Fino, a horse of a breed originally imported to the Caribbean from Spain, prized for its smooth, natural, four-beat, lateral ambling gait. Paso Finos, plural of Paso Fino. Paso Robles, a city in San Luis Obispo County, California, United States. Paso Doble, alternative form of Paso Doble dance, music. PASOK, the Pan-Hellenic Socialist Movement, a Greek political party. Pacification, the loss of the traditional support base of the dominant political party, often resulting in its marginalization or even collapse. Pasolinian, of or relating to Pier Paolo Pasolini 1922-1975, controversial Italian film director, poet, writer, and intellectual. Pasong Putic proper, a barangay of Quezon City, Metro Manila, Philippines. Pasong Tamo, a barangay of Quezon City, Metro Manila, Philippines. Pasos, a surname from Spanish. Pasoses, plural of Pasos. Pasot, alternative form of episode. Pasitoxizumab, a bispecific T-cell engager monoclonal antibody developed for the treatment of prostate cancer. Pasbalacine, an indole mevalonate metabolite found in Claviceps paspalis. Haspaline, the diterpenoid indole derivative 2,1,2,5,2,10-trimethyl-6-oxa 23-eza-hexacyclo 12.10.0.0.02 11.05 10.016 24.017 22 tetracosa 16 24 17 19 21 tetrene 7-il-propan 2 all present in penicillium paxilli. Haspaline, a tremorgenic metabolite found in Claviceps paspali. Haspaliter, any of a group of tremorgenic mycotoxins present in the bark of Cavendishia pubescens and in Claviceps paspali. Haspaliterms, plural of Haspaliter. Haspalum, any member of the genus Paspalum. Tall perennial grasses, the Bahiagrasses or Dales grasses. Paspalums, plural of Paspalum. Hatbees, plural of Paspi. Passport, obsolete spelling of passport. Atvi, alternative form of Passapi. Pasqua, a surname from Italian. Pasqua, a surname from Italian. Pasquales, plural of Pasquale. Pasquarella, a surname from Italian. Pasquarellas, plural of Pasquarella. Pasquarelli, a surname from Italian. Pasquarellis, plural of Pasquarelli. Pasquarello, a surname from Italian. Pasquarellos, plural of Pasquarello. Pasquariello, a surname from Italian. Pasquariellos, plural of Pasquariello. Pascuas, plural of Pasqua. A pasque flower. Pasque flower, any of various deciduous perennial flowering plants of the genus Pulsatilla found in clumps in certain grassland areas. Pasque flowers, plural of pasque flower. Pasqua flower, alternative form of pasque flower. Pasqua flowers, plural of Pasqua flower. Pasques, plural of pasque. Pasquil, a pasquin, a lampoon. Pasquillant, one who lampoons. Pasquillants, plural of pasquillant. Pasquiller, one who lampoons. Pasquillers, plural of pasquiller. Pasquills, plural of pasquill. Pasquin, a lampoon, a pasquinade. Pasquinade, a lampoon, originally as published in public, a satire or libel on someone. Pasquinated, simple past and past participle of pasquinade. Pasquinator, one who pasquinades, a lampooner. Pasquinators, plural of pasquinator. Pasquinades, plural of pasquinade. Pasquinating, present participle and gerund of pasquinate. Pasquine, simple past and past participle of pasquine. Pasquini, a surname. Pasquine, present participle and gerund of pasquine. Pasquinus, plural of pasquini. Pasquins, plural of pasquin. Pasquotank County, one of 100 counties in North Carolina, United States. County seat, Elizabeth City. Initialism of positive alternative to school suspension. A surname. Pass a good time. Have a good time. Pass a sponge across the slate. Alternative form of pass a sponge over the slate. Pass a sponge over the slate. Synonym of wipe the slate clean. Pass a stool. Alternative form of pass stool. Pass a wet sponge across the slate. Alternative form of pass a sponge over the slate. Pass a wet sponge over the slate. Alternative form of pass a sponge over the slate.
Invincible.
Pass along. To deliver a message or item to its intended recipient. Pass around. To distribute something through a group by giving several items to one or more people to then give to others in a row, line, or circle, to spread something to be used by each person and group in turn, to gather contributions for a cause. Pass as, to be able to convince others that one is something contrary to fact, to look sufficiently like something or someone that one can purport to be. Pass away, to die. Pass ban. Alternative spelling of pass ban. Pass bands. Plural of pass ban. Pass box. A box used to carry cartridges from the service magazine to the piece. Pass boxes. Plural of pass box. Pass by. To travel past without stopping. Pass by future. Alternative form of pass by future. Pass by name. Alternative form of pass by name. Pass by need. Alternative form of pass by need. Pass by reference. Alternative form of call by reference. Pass by value. Alternative form of call by value. Pass check. A ticket of admission to a place of entertainment or of admission for one who goes away expecting to return. Pass checks. Plural of pass check. Pass current. Of money, bills, etc. to be accepted as genuine. Pass degree. A degree obtained without honors. Pass down. To hand over, pass through, or transfer to a lower level, next generation, etc. Pass for. To be mistakenly seen as something that one is not. Pass gas. To flatulate. Pass grip. Alternative form of pass grip. Pass grips. Plural of pass grip. Pass in one's checks. To die. Pass it down. Synonym of Chinese whispers. Pass judgment. To judge, to form an opinion about the worth of. Pass muster. To meet or exceed a particular standard. Pass of grandeur. A water level pass between mountains at the narrow outlet of Lot Awe into the River Awe in Argyll and Bute Council area, Scotland. Pass off. To happen. Pass off as. To misrepresent something as. Pass on. To go forward. Pass one's word. To make a promise. Pass oneself off as. To pretend to be. Pass out. To faint, to become unconscious. Pass over. Used other than figuratively or idiomatically. See pass over. Pass round. To distribute. Pass round the hat. To beg for contributions. To take up a collection. Pass rush. A defensive tactic which involves one or more players charging toward the quarterback either to get a sack or other pressure. Pass rusher. A defensive player who engages in a pass rush who attempts to sack or pressure the quarterback. Pass rushers. Plural of pass rusher. Pass rushers. Plural of pass rush. Pass sentence. To sentence. To pronounce a sentence on a criminal, etc. Pass shot. A passing shot. Pass shot, plural of pass shot. Pass stool, to defecate. Pass the bar, to be formally referred for trial from a lower court to a higher one. Pass the baton, to pass the torch. Pass the bottle of smoke. To acquiesce in some falsehood, to make pretense. Pass the buck, to transfer responsibility or blame from oneself onto another, to absolve oneself of concern for a given matter by claiming to lack authority or jurisdiction. Pass the hat, to ask for money, especially from a group of people, to solicit donations or contributions. Pass the mantle, to transfer authority to the next in line. Pass the torch. Pass the parcel. A children's game in which a parcel having many layers of packaging is passed from person to person around a ring while music plays. The person holding the parcel when music is temporarily stopped being allowed to remove a single layer, and the person removing the innermost layer winning the prize contained within. In a variation of the game, there is a prize under each layer that is awarded to the person removing that layer. Pass the phone. Said during a game in which a group of people expose something embarrassing about a person and passes the phone to that person. Pass the pikes, to endure a difficult or unpleasant ordeal. Pass the river, to die. Pass the sponge across the slate. Alternative form of pass a sponge over the slate. Pass the sponge over the slate. Alternative form of pass a sponge over the slate. Pass the time, to occupy oneself for a period of time. Pass the time of day, to exchange any ordinary greeting of civility. Pass the torch, to transfer responsibility. Pass the trash, the anaconda variant of poker. Pass the wet sponge across the slate. Alternative form of pass a sponge over the slate. Pass the wet sponge over the slate. Alternative form of pass a sponge over the slate. Pass through, to go through, to travel through, to transit or lie across a place or from one place to another. Pass through the hands, to be in the temporary possession or control of. Pass through the pikes. Alternative form of pass the pikes. Pass-throughs, plural of pass through. Pass transistor, a transistor used as a switch to pass logical levels between nodes of a circuit, instead of as a switch connected directly to a supply voltage. Pass transistors, plural of pass transistor. Pass under the yoke, to be humiliated by the victors. Pass unnoticed, to not be noticed. Pass up, to refuse, not accept, forego. Pass up like a white chip, to reject or ignore, to treat as worthless. Pass water, to urinate. Pass wind, to break wind, fart. Pass, simple past, and past participle of pass. Passa, clipping of passive-aggressive. Passant play, capable of being played by more than one player by physically passing the device or controller to each player on his or her turn. Pass by future, synonym of call by future. Pass by name, synonym of call by name. Pass by need, synonym of call by need. Pass by reference, synonym of call by reference. Pass by value, synonym of call by value. Past ice, the game of passage. Pass fail, describing a form of examination, etc., in which the student either passes or fails without receiving a specific mark or grade. Pass out, a ticket or similar allowing a person to leave a theater, etc., and subsequently re-enter. Pass out, plural of pass out. Pass parole, an order passed from the front to the rear by word of mouth. Pass paroles, plural of pass parole. Pass remarkable, of a person making belittling or snide remarks. Pass through, alternative form of pass through. Pass throughs, plural of pass through. Pastime, obsolete form of pastime. Pastimes, plural of pastime. Password, archaic spelling of password. Passwords, plural of password. Pass, abbreviation of passive. Pass/fail, alternative form of pass-fail. Pass/no pass, a type of grading system where a student either passes or fails a class and no specific grade such as A, B, or C is given. Passability, the state or quality of being passable. Passable, that may be passed or traversed. Passableness, the state of being passable. Passably, in a passable fashion, moderately, adequately. Passacaglia, a form of historical Spanish or Italian dance characterized by a serious nature, triple meter, and use of a ground bass. Passacaglias, plural of passacaglia. Passacale, alternative form of passacaglia. Passacales, plural of passacale. Passe, a pass or thrust. Passades, plural of passe. Pasado, alternative form of passe. Pasados, plural of pasado. Pasados, plural of pasado. Passage, ellipsis of passage west, Ireland. Passage at arms, alternative form of passage of arms. Passage boat, a boat for the conveyance of passengers and mail, plying regularly between two places. Passage grave, one or more burial chambers covered by earth or stone and having a narrow access passage made of large stones. These structures usually date from the Neolithic age and are found largely in Western Europe. Passage graves, plural of passage grave. Passage house, an outbuilding used for the passage of feces, an outhouse. Passage houses, plural of passage house. Passage Islands, a group of islands in the Virgin Islands chain, to the west of the Virgin Islands archipelago and east of Puerto Rico, separated from the Virgin Islands archipelago by the Virgin Passage Channel. Passage maker, alternative form of passage maker. Passage makers, plural of passage maker. Passage migrant, a bird that stops somewhere for a short time during a seasonal migration. Passage migrants, plural of passage migrant. Passage of arms, a chivalric feat of arms involving the forcing of a passage protected by a knight or a group of knights. Passage of time, the elapsing of time. Passage plan, a detailed guide for a voyage from one location to another, including the route, estimated times, and potential hazards. Passage planning, The process of creating a safe route for a vessel to travel from one location to another. Passage plans, plural of passage plan. Passage tomb, synonym of passage grave. Passage tombs, plural of passage tomb. Passage west, a town and port in County Cork, Ireland. Irish grid ref W 7668. Passage house, alternative form of passage house and outhouse. Passage houses, plural of passage house. Passageable, through which passage can be made, traversable. Passaged, simple past and past participle of passage. Passage maker, a vessel designed for or capable of making a long-distance voyage. Passage makers, plural of passage maker. Passenger, a bird in its first year. Passengers, plural of passenger. Passages, plural of passage. Passages of arms, plural of passage of arms. Passageway, a covered walkway between rooms or buildings. Passageways, plural of passageway. Passage work, an ornamental passage in a musical work often resembling a scale or the performance of such a passage. Passage works, plural of passage work. Passe, plural of passaggio. Passaggio, the transition area between a singer's vocal registers. Passagen, alternative form of passagen. Passagens, plural of passagen. Passaging, present participle and gerund of passage. Passaic, a city in Passaic County, New Jersey. Passaic County, one of 21 counties in New Jersey, United States. County seat, Patterson. Passalacqua, a surname from Italian. Passalacquas, plural of Passalacqua. Passalet, any member of the family Passilidae of beetles. Passilids, plural of passilid. Passaloid, any member of the Passilidae superfamily of beetles. Passamaquids, plural of Passamaquoddy. Passamaquoddy, a member of an Algonquian people who reside in Maine, U.S. and New Brunswick, Canada. Passamaquoddy Bay, an inlet of the Bay of Fundy, located between Maine and New Brunswick. Passament, alternative form of passment. Passaments, plural of passament. Passamzi, plural of passamzo. Passamzo, an Italian folk dance of the 16th and early 17th centuries. Passamzos, plural of passamzo. Passandrid, any beetle in the family Passandridae. Passandrids, plural of passandrid. Passangrahan, a kind of hostel for travelers in Java. Passangrahans, plural of Passangrahan. Passanesi, a surname from Italian. Passanessis, plural of Passanesi. Hassan, walking usually to the right and looking straight ahead with the right forepaw raised from the ground. Passantino, a surname from Italian. Passantinos, plural of Passantino. Passarella, a surname. Passarellas, plural of Passarella. Passarelli, a surname. Passarelli, plural of Passarelli. Passarge, a river in Central Europe which flows into the Vistula Lagoon. Passaro, a surname. Passeros, plural of Passero. Passaround, a sexually promiscuous person. Passarounds, plural of passaround. Pasata, Sibra. Tomatoes. Passatas, plural of passata. Passau, an independent town in the Lower Bavaria region, Bavaria, Germany, on the confluence of Inn and Ilz into Danube. Passant, obsolete form of passant. Passalet, a surname. Passback, the circumvention of an access restriction to a physical site by passing one's access card to another person after having entered. Passband, the range of frequencies or wavelengths that can pass through a filter without being reduced in amplitude. Passband, plural of passband. Passbook, a book that passes between a trader and a customer, used to record credit purchases. Passbooks, plural of passbook. An instance of one thing passing by another. Pass-by, dated form of pass-by. Pass-bys, plural of pass-by. Pass-bys, plural of pass-by. Pass-guard, a card that allows the bearer to pass a security checkpoint. Pass-guards, plural of pass-guard. Passcode, a string of characters used for authentication on a digital device. Passcoded, protected by a passcode. Passcodes, plural of passcode. Thus, alternative spelling of passé. Dated, out of style, old-fashioned. Passe-crassing, a French variety of winter pack. Pass-guard, alternative form of pass-guard plate sticking up off shoulder armor to protect the neck. Pass-guards, plural of pass-guard. Pass-sticks, an old game of chance played with 3 dice. Pass-guard, alternative form of pass-guard plate sticking up off shoulder armor to protect the neck. Pass-guards, plural of pass-guard. Pass-bartel, that by which one can pass anywhere, is safe conduct. Pass-bartels, plural of pass-bartel. Passacale, alternative form of passacaglia. Passacales, plural of passacale. Pass, simple past and past participle of pass. Passed along, simple past and past participle of pass along. Passed around, simple past and past participle of pass around. Passed as, simple past and past participle of pass as. Passed away, simple past and past participle of pass away. Passed ball, a play where the catcher fails to stop a normally playable pitch and a runner advances. Passed balls, plural of passed ball. Passed by, simple past and past participle of pass by. Passed down, simple past and past participle of pass down. Passed for, simple past and past participle of pass for. Pass gas, simple past and past participle of pass gas. Past master, archaic form of past master. Past masters, plural of past master. Past muster. Simple past and past participle of past muster. Passed off. Simple past and past participle of pass off. Passed off as. Simple past and past participle of pass off as. Passed on. Simple past and past participle of pass on. Passed oneself off as. Simple past and past participle of pass oneself off as. Passed out. Simple past and past participle of pass out. Passed over. Simple past and past participle of pass over. Passed pawn. A pawn that has passed beyond enemy pawns on its own or adjacent files, and that hence has a clear run to the 1st or 8th rank. Passed pawns, plural of passed pawn. Passed round, simple pass and past participle of pass round. Past sentence, simple past and past participle of pass sentence. Passed the buck, simple past and past participle of pass the buck. Passed the hat, simple past and past participle of pass the hat. Passed the mantle, simple past and past participle of pass the mantle. Passed the phone, simple past and past participle of pass the phone. Passed the pikes, simple past and past participle of pass the pikes. Passed the river, simple past and past participle of pass the river. Passed the time, simple past and past participle of pass the time. Passed the time of day, simple past and past participle of pass the time of day. Passed the torch, simple past and past participle of pass the torch. Passed through, simple past and past participle of pass through. Passed under the yoke, simple past and past participle of pass under the yoke. Passed up, simple past and past participle of pass up. Passed wind, simple past and past participle of pass wind. Passets, second person singular simple past indicative of pass. Passe, obsolete form of Parsi. Alternative form of passe mostly used of women, being the French feminine form. Passe is plural of passy. Passagard, alternative form of passguard plate sticking up off shoulder armor to protect the neck. Passagards, plural of passagard. Paseada, a long, leisurely walk or stroll. Passeatas, plural of passeata. Passeism, an excessive regard for the past. Passeus, having an excessive regard for the past. Passeus, plural of passeus. Passel, an indeterminately large quantity or group. Passels, plural of passel. Pass measure, alternative form of pass measure. Pass measures, plural of pass measure. Passman, lace brocade, braid etc. So put on a garment. Passementery, a decorative piece of lace or other cloth on clothes. Passementaries, plural of passementary. Passements, plural of passment. Passemezi, plural of passemezo. Passemezo, alternative form of Passamezzo Italian folk dance. Passamezzos, plural of passamezzo. Pasam, plural simple present of pass. Passenger, one who rides or travels in a vehicle, but who does not operate it and is not a member of the crew. Passenger car, a motor vehicle designed to carry a few passengers, a motor car. Passenger cars, plural of passenger. Car. Passenger compartment, the part of a road vehicle partition from the engine compartment, trunk or boot, etc. designed to hold the passengers and usually the driver, but in limousines and some taxis, buses, and goods vehicles, the driver is separated in a cab or driver's compartment. Passenger compartments, plural of passenger compartment. Passenger dedicated line, a railroad line which is dedicated for the exclusive use of passenger trains. Passenger dedicated line, plural of passenger dedicated line. Passenger kilometer, a kilometer traveled by a passenger, used as a unit of measure. Passenger kilometers, plural of passenger kilometer. Passenger liner, a passenger ship. Passenger liners, plural of passenger liner. Passenger mile, a basic unit used by transport companies for calculating profit levels, etc. It is calculated by multiplying total distance traveled in a given period by the number of passengers. Passenger miles, plural of passenger mile. Passenger pigeon, a bird of the extinct species Ectopus migratorius, formerly endemic to North America. Passenger pigeons, plural of passenger pigeon. Passenger princess, a woman who consistently lets someone else, especially her partner, drive her around while she sits in the passenger seat. Passenger princesses, plural of passenger princess. Passenger seat, a seat in a vehicle for a passenger, especially the front seat next to the driver in a motor vehicle. Passenger seats, plural of passenger seat. Passenger ship, a ship whose primary function is to carry passengers. Passenger ships, plural of passenger ship. Passenger train, a train whose primary function is to carry passengers. Passenger trains, plural of passenger train. Passenger virus, any virus that is frequently found in samples of diseased tissue but does not contribute to causing the disease. Passenger viruses, plural of passenger virus. Passenger mile, alternative form of passenger mile. Passenger miles, plural of passenger mile. Passenger side, on the side of a car corresponding to the front passenger's seat. Passenger, simple past and past participle of passenger. Passengering, present participle and gerund of passenger. Passengerless, without passengers. Passengers, plural of passenger. Passepi, a courtly dance in triple time from 17th century France, a faster form of the minuet. Passepids, plural of passepi. Passer, one who succeeds in passing a test, etc. Passerby, a person who is passing by that is walking past. Passerthrough, a person who passes through a place. Passerby, alternative form of passerby. Passerbys, plural of passerby. Passerelle, a gangplank or platform used to board or leave a large yacht. Passerelles, plural of passerelle. Passerette, any member of the family Passeridae of sparrows and their close relatives. Passeridan, of or relating to the Passerida. Passerids, plural of passerid. Passeriform, of or pertaining to a sparrow, sparrow-like, bird-like. Passeriforms, plural of passeriform. Passering, of or relating to the Passeriforms order of perching birds, which are generally anisodic, having 3 toes pointing forward and 1 back, which facilitates perching. Passerians, plural of passerine. Passera, a surname. Passeroid, any of the birds in the superfamily Passeroidea. Passeroids, plural of passeroid. Passeros, plural of passero. Passers, plural of passer. Passers-by, plural of passerby. Passers-route, plural of passers-route. Passers-by, plural of passerby. Passes, plural of pass. Pathés, plural of passe. Passes along, third person singular simple present indicative of pass along. Passes around, third person singular simple present indicative of pass around. Passive as, third person singular simple present indicative of pass as. Passes away, third person singular simple present indicative of pass away. Passes by, third person singular simple present indicative of pass by. Passes down, third person singular simple present indicative of pass down. Passes for, third person singular simple present indicative of pass for. Passes gas, third person singular simple present indicative of pass gas. Passes muster, third person singular simple present indicative of pass muster. Passes off, third person singular simple present indicative of pass off. Passes off as third person singular simple present indicative of pass off as. Passes on, third person singular simple present indicative of pass on. Passes oneself off as third person singular simple present indicative of pass oneself off as. Passes out, third person singular simple present indicative of pass out. Passes over, third person singular simple present indicative of pass over. Passes round, third person singular simple present indicative of pass round. Passes sentence, third person singular simple present indicative of pass sentence. Passes the buck, third person singular simple present indicative of pass the buck. Passes the hat, third person singular simple present indicative of pass the hat. Passes the mantle, third person singular simple present indicative of pass the mantle. Passes the phone, third person singular simple present indicative of pass the phone. Passes the pikes, third person singular simple present indicative of pass the pikes. Passes the river, third person singular simple present indicative of pass the river. Passes the time, third person singular simple present indicative of pass the time. Passes the time of day. Third person singular simple present indicative of pass the time of day. Passes the torch. Third person singular simple present indicative of pass the torch. Passes through. Third person singular simple present indicative of pass through. Passes under the yoke. Third person singular simple present indicative of pass under the yoke. Passes up. Third person singular simple present indicative of pass up. Passes water. Third person singular simple present indicative of pass water. Passes wind. Third person singular simple present indicative of pass wind. Passas. Second person singular simple present indicative of pass. Passa. Third person singular simple present indicative of pass. Hathi. A surname. Passes. Plural of passi. Passville. A village and civil parish in East Hampshire District, Hampshire, England. OS grid ref SU 8234. Passfield. Plural of passfield. Passrep. A special grip of the hand used by a Freemason during a handshake, covertly communicating his Freemason status to the other person. Passgrips. Plural of passgrip. Passguard. An L-shaped piece of armor worn over one arm, typically the left arm, which generally kept it in a bent position and protected it during jousts. Passbards. Plural of passbard. Passholder. One who holds a pass. Passholders. Plural of passholder. Passholding. In possession of a pass. Passo. A person who holds a pass to visit Walt Disney theme parks and who behaves obnoxiously while there. Passos. Plural of Paso. Pasig. A city in Nalolo, Philippines. Passabilities. Plural of passability. Passability. The quality or state of being passable. Aptness to feel or suffer. Sensibility. Passable. Able to suffer or feel pain. Passableness. Quality of being passable. Passively, in a passable fashion.
Here we go.
Able to suffer or feel pain. Passifun. A fan, particularly of science fiction, who watches and reads the genre but does not actively engage in fan or fan activity. Passiflans. Plural of pacifin. Pacifin. Plural of pacifin. Pacify. Simple past and past participle of pacify. Pacifies. Third person singular simple present indicative of pacify. Passiflora. Any of the genus Passiflora of passion flowers. Passifloraceous. Of or relating to the family Passifloraceae of mostly tropical flowering plants. Passiflorus. Plural of Passiflora. Passiflorine. An organic compound found in the passion flower. Pacify. To make or become passive. Pacifying. Present participle and gerund of pacify. Passive. Throughout used in citations to indicate that something, as a word, phrase, or idea, is to be found at many places throughout the works cited. Passimeter. A pocket pedometer. Passimeters. Plural of passimeter. Passing. Present participle and gerund of pass. Passing along. Present participle and gerund of pass along. Passing around. Present participle and gerund of pass around. Passing as, present participle and gerund of pass as. Passing away, present participle and gerund of pass away. Passing bell, a bell rung to announce a passing, a death, or funeral, death bell, death knell. Passing bells, plural of passing bell. Passing by, present participle, and gerund of pass by. Passing down, present participle and gerund of pass down. Passing for, present participle and gerund of pass for. Passing game, the skill or ability to pass a ball in a game. Passing games, plural of passing game. Passing gas, present participle and gerund of pass gas. Passing grade, the grade required to pass an exam or other assessment. Passing grades, plural of passing grade. Passing lane, synonym of overtaking lane. Passing lanes, plural of passing lane. Passing loop, on a single track railway or tramway, an extra track provided at a certain place to allow two trains traveling in opposite directions to pass each other. It can also allow a faster train to overtake a slower one. Passing loops, plural of passing loop. Passing muster, present participle and gerund of pass muster. Passing note, a smaller note marking a tone introduced between two others to effect a smooth passage from the one to the other, but forming no essential part of the harmony. Passing notes, plural of passing note. Passing of time, synonym of passage of time. Passing off, the act of misrepresenting the origin of a product. Passing off as, present participle and gerund of pass off as. Passing on, present participle and gerund of pass on. Passing oneself off as, present participle and gerund of pass oneself off as. Passing out, present participle and gerund of pass out. Passing over, present participle and gerund of pass over.